Good morning, YouTube. This is Chuck Jennels. I want to welcome you to my channel. And what you're looking at here is a heater that I picked up this past weekend, and we're going to do a complete teardown and get all the goodies out of it. Okay, guys, let's get started on this. As you can see, that's the cord. That's where we'll get most of our money out of this thing, I think. And there's 4 screws on the bottom, and there's 4 screws on that side. And I'm not sure on the other side, but we're going to get after all these screws here first off, and just to see what we can get. We'll get a lot of screws, I'm sure, because it's all plastic. The whole case is plastic, so it's not going to be a lot of money in the case. And I don't know of any other way to take this kind of plastic stuff apart, because there's probably little clips inside that'll keep us from getting it apart. So this is the one side now. And the screw gun is the way to go to do this. If you don't have a screw gun, you need to get one. And if you're doing any scrapping, this is the fastest, best way to do it. And obviously the screw doesn't want to come out, does it? So, try the old hand screwdriver. Guess what? That doesn't work either. We don't know what's the matter with that, so we'll keep fighting it a little bit, and then get tired of that. Then we'll take it apart and find some more screws or some more clips or something that's keeping us from doing that. See, it's trying to come loose, and it's just not quite making it. So anyhow, I think we're going to take a pry bar or a screw bar and get in there and just pry it apart. That's going to be the plan. Okay, guys, like I said, a screw bar was the answer. Pried these pretty aluminum looking covers off that are really plastic junk. So got that. So now we have access to some other things here. We got the knobs, covers off the switches, the screws. We can see I have access to the wire and the incoming cord, the power cord. And we want to get good access to that, so we save as much of that as we can for scrapping. You get the brass ends off the plug and as much of the cord as you can get if it's a power cord. Anything that isn't a power cord, like if it's... I'm looking at the blood there, guys. Sorry to get distracted. I'm bleeding. You get cut a lot and it heals, so not a big deal. Anyhow, onward and upward. We'll get these wires out of here and sell them as insulated wire, insulated copper, and we'll just keep going and get as much of this apart as we can. Now we have access to all the switches and to all the wire and small access to the fan motor. And these are brass wire ends, by the way, and you can take those and get the junk off them and put them in your brass pile. So it's a little bit long-winded here, and there's screws after taking those covers off that show up everywhere. I don't know if you can see them here or not, but we keep after everything here, and we'll get it. The white power cord to the cord itself. The white wire is neutral, and I think I'm after the black wire also now. So once we get those loose, there'll be probably a retainer screw that holds the cord into the case. And once we get that out, we'll have the whole piece of 6-foot cord. But it is, like I say, it's a little bit long and drawn out here in the video, especially when the mic wasn't working. Again, I need to get a new microphone. Merry Christmas to me if I get one, right? So anyhow, we're almost done showing you this here, and I think we're going to go onward and upward to the next clip. Yes, we are. Okay, guys, this is where the money's going to be, is right here. What you're looking at on top, there is the heating element for this is a little heater. And you can see all the connectors on here that are brass and all the wire. And obviously there's screws you can see at the corners I'm working on now, getting those out. So that way we can remove that heating unit and probably drop the fan out is what the thought is. It's a pretty interesting little piece. It's pretty easy to work on. I mean, there's a few things that get in your way and cause you some grief, but for the most part, it's an easy teardown. And you get a lot of screws that go into the metal, the steel. Unfortunately, it's only 4.5 cents a pound, and it takes a lot of little screws to make a pound. So anyhow, that being said, we just separated this piece, and we've got the fan unit there by itself, and the cord is in my other hand. You can see it hanging there. And we'll take, there should be a strap here I think we're going to take off. Like I said before, though, I'm doing this from memory. I was a mic failure. And there's the little white tab there. That's what was holding the cord in. So now we'll get the maximum amount of electrical cord that will sell as insulated copper. Once we get it out and wound up and get it in the bucket, obviously. And that'll leave us just that grill, and that's scrap. It's all plastic junk. Yeah, that's me bleeding more, I guess. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to freak you guys out, but or whoever was watching. But that's part of the problem with scrapping. You grab things and they're sharp and they cut you. So anyhow, I am rolling that up, I believe. So we'll have a nice little chunk of insulated copper to go into the bucket that's getting really full, by the way. And this looks like just a piece of wire holding that fan blade on. Not sure that that's what that is, but it sure looked like just a piece of wire. And we are going to pull that off. That's what we're going to do. And there it went. So theoretically, the fan blade should pop right off. And it's did. Success. There you go. Now, if you look in there, that strap is a die-cast aluminum with a bronze bushing for a bearing. And I saved those. I got a whole, well, not a whole bucket, but I got a bucket full of them. Half full, quarter full. I got some. So anyhow, to get them screws out, and as long as they are, then we should drop that motor right out of there. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, there it is. So there, that's the armature. I just pulled out, and that's steel. So sorry about that, guys. I had a telephone call. So I'll cut those leads off coming from the cord to the field windings, and those field windings should be loose. And I take it because they came out of the case that they're loose now. And I've got them in my hand, and you can't see a thing that I'm saying because I'm talking and I don't have you in frame. So there it is anyhow, and that little piece will come off, and I got the bronze bushing there that I just pointed at, and that is die-cast aluminum. And so there's the one on the other side, so because there's a bearing on both sides. We'll pull that out, and that should help us drop the heater element out. And we still have to test that copper to see if it's Chinesium or if it is really copper. And Chinesium, if you don't know by now from any of my videos, is this aluminum wire that is plated with copper paint or copper something. but it's not copper. So, that being said, I'm now cutting all the extra leads off, pulling them off the edge of the heating element, and that little piece there should have contacts on it, and it does. So we'll take those, I'm sure. And I've got screws and stuff everywhere. I got lots of steel out of this thing. Alright guys, so we continue to work on this, and we want to get this radiator off, or heating element. I'm sorry, that is not a radiator, it's a heating element. And these screws are merely taking that switch apart, which we want to get the contacts out of that, because typically on a switch like this, their contacts are silver. So I'm looking at them to see if they're silver or copper, because they can be either way, either silver contacts or copper contacts. And if it's copper, I probably won't take them, but if they're silver, I'm definitely going to take them. I've got a whole drawer full of them. And we can just cut those off and leave that little piece of copper tab on them and get the silver later. And I keep working at this, and I'm out of frame again, and you can't see what I'm doing, but that's what I'm doing. I'm getting that switch apart enough where I can get those two contacts, the upper and lower contact. Right there is one. You can see it just hit the deck. And I'm going to cut the other one if I haven't already. I don't see it there. I'm not sure. That's the wire getting out of. So I got both contacts off. My bad. So now we got to figure out how to get that little heating element out of there. Okay guys, onward and upward. Got the radiator off, and looking at it, all the little tabs there are steel. The core itself is aluminum, and the frame around it is aluminum, but the rest is steel. So I'll have to remove those to get an aluminum, I don't know what to call it, aluminum core for the heater. And I think I've already put a file on these windings, and if I haven't, those are copper. I think where my finger was there, but that was copper. So got windings I've got to get out later, and we got the I don't know if we pulled that rear bearing out yet, the bronze bearing. If not, we will do that and get those ends off the core, off the heater core. Yeah, here we go. Here we're dropping it out. And these are really simple once you get the screws out of it. And there that one is, and I don't know where the other one is right now, but both of those, and we will take that to the vise and put a little punch on that bronze bushing and just drive it out with a hammer. It's really easy, just a tap. It doesn't even take much beating on it. Just tap it and it'll be out. And you can see by the heater core there under my sleeve, those little pieces of copper there are the contacts, the silver contacts. So what we're going to do next is, looks like I'm going to take that bronze bushing out of there. So we'll take it to the vise and just set it up just like it is there and hit it with a punch and drive it out. Only we'll do it on the solid block over a device. Really easy process, takes one whack and they're out of there. And just like taking these ends off, they're steel. That I just checked again to make sure. So I'll cut all of those off of there and put them in the steel pile, and then we'll have a solid piece of, well, not solid, but it's all the louvers, but it'll be all aluminum. It won't have any impurities in it with the steel. And some of these got really hard, and I don't know why that was, unless I was trying to cut stuff that was too thick. So anyhow, those are trimmed. And check it with the magnet. And everything's aluminum. Good to go. It was really surprising because it looks like that frame or part of the inside would be steel also, but it isn't. So it's good to go. And we'll get the cast aluminum for the bearing retainers and get the bronze for the... Okay guys, you can see the little bronze bushings laying there. And the two bearing retainers are the cast aluminum, and the little circular things that held the oil pads in are also aluminum. And those other little pieces there where contacts were, those are brass. So those will all go to brass. Like I say, there's not a lot in this stuff, but it's enough where every little bit adds up, you know, and you just keep going after it. Okay, so here it is, guys. This is the electrical cord with no end on it. I got the brass ends out of it, and that's the wire that'll go to insulated. And the field windings I'm going to do later. No sense in making this thing any longer than it has to be. So I think that's going to... All right, guys, so this is the next piece. This is a router for internet. And there's not much to these. These are really simple. There's the power supply in my hand and the cord for it. And there's a circuit board on the inside, and that's about the size of that. Okay guys, so I popped the top off of this just with a screwdriver. And there's hardly any screws in it. I've already hit it once with a hammer on the bottom and on the side there. So that's the easiest way. You just put it on an anvil and pop it a couple times. And the ends usually come off, and then the side. And I'm going to a bigger screwdriver here for a little bit more leverage. But you know, this is all plastic, and it's all plastic hooked together, and yeah, they're kind of miserable things to work with. But you know, you got to do it. It's part of the... So we keep going and going and going here. I got it a little bit tied up with it. I shouldn't have went that long, but I did. And so I'm trying to get the card out, and I know there's a card in there, and the cards are usually fairly decent, not much gold and not much precious metals, I should say, but there is some metal on them. And usually if there's any kind of transistors or whatnot, there's a nice heat sink. And that's what I'm hoping for on this one, is a nice heat sink. Okay guys, card's out. There it is. Not much to look at. There's just a bunch of ports on it for internet cables and things of that nature. We got a skeleton laying there that's no good. It'll be plastic with the rest of the junk. Now there's two tin covers that were below the heat sink that'll come off also. But we're going to call this the end. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, come back again. Thank you so much for watching.